Pokuto, and Shitoko Blake. The videos that I did, is there a program waiting for you? I was talking to my daughter, and I got off the phone, and I just decided to just look some more, just to see who can I find in here. And it is so odd. I mean, it really, really is so odd that I find Sharonda in here. After I find Sharonda, I find Timothy Richardson. See? Sharonda Walker. And it says here, researcher Ernest Walker. So the researcher, they use Sharonda as a researcher. At the end, the researcher is her. I also found Timothy Richardson. Timothy Richardson. At first I found Sharonda. It was just Sharonda, nothing else. It just said Sharonda. I mean, with a different last name. Maybe I should have paid attention to the last name they put on it. And I put it into my phone, right? And then I find Timothy, but it said Timothy Tim Robertson. But his name is right after Richardson. I remember that. So the next morning, I had like 3. The next morning I wake up, and the one with Sharonda name on it, it has disappeared. And the one with Timothy Tim Robertson, it disappeared. And I'm like, see, strategic annual report. Wow. So I wake up and it is gone. There's Judith. You see? Judith. She is right next to Robert. So this person must have robbed Judith. They killed her with that shaking disease. I think she began to wake up. Or she began to want to implement the real teachings of Yahweh. It does not matter. Once you go over to their side, you cannot come out. Here it is 2001 annual report. Defense technical information. No, this one comes with Timothy Richardson again. And that I do not understand. If this is 2000 and 2001, Timothy Richardson did not come into our world till about 2007, 2008. I know it's like 7 years ago. But there's Sharonda. I knew her at that time. Up here, it says Frank Faber. And here, what happened? My phone just is really lighting up real nice. And right here, it says Carla Jenkins. So Carmel wants to change her name and make it look like Carla, and there's your 26. There's your 26 also. And name herself Jenkins. Actually, this should be Frankie Jenkins. There's Holly Brooke. And that is so awesome that Holly Brooke is here. Man, I'm going to have to call Amy. I don't want to, but I'm going to have to call her to let her know these codes I find. Now, Holly Brooke is one that is one of Amy's handlers and saboteurs. See, everyone has 2 handlers, a male and a female. Holly Brooke is also some form of a singer, Holly Brooke is also a man. Although, you have a male and a female to be your handlers. Amy has a male and then she has a trainee. It is not a real woman. Arkansas, West Memphis, Arkansas. I've never been there. However, I gave these codes. I sent them to my daughter, for Timothy, to see if he knows any names in here. Here's Timothy Wells. Although I was married to a Timothy Welly, there's Elishama. Now the Richardson will ring a bell, and he has Anitra in France. There's Judith. Wow. And Delia, she winds up every fucking why. And it just kept going on and on and on. And Mr. and Mrs. David, there's always a David in everyone's life. And Anita Weston, what is this? Door? Cynthia? I know it's Cynthia, but there's no Hatley here. But I still know it's Cynthia. Here we have Alice. Last time it was Alice Jenkins. Alice is code word also for CIA. Gwendolyn, which is the Gwen Towers. Also, once they took my children, my son, he somehow wind up with someone he called his godmom. Oh, well, we knew them before this shit happened. But after this shit happened, somehow she got real cool in his life. And they needed to put a Gwen in his life so that they can use the Gwen Towers on him. Now, as I am finding these things or whatever, all of a sudden, my son, he shows up in my daughter's life. Not him per se, but they dropped one of my grandbabies off to my daughter. And I guess he was in the car with his children. And he sent his baby girl up to my daughter's house, And the last time he was there, it was horrible. And now he sends his baby girl up to my daughter's house. Because they don't know I don't live there anymore, but they probably know now. Although my daughter say, oh no, they don't, but they probably know now. Because my grandbaby is there. She sees none of my things are there. She doesn't see her uncle and she doesn't see her granny. She knows. She's old enough to know she's not stupid. None of my children or grandbabies are stupid. They're just under mind control to appear to be stupid. There's a 69 Rogers, and then a 69 in Walker. And here again, Timothy Richardson. Now they have Sharonda, as she is a Monique Wells. Here, Jacqueline is no longer Jenkins. Now she turns into a Hackerson. See, because Delia, she has to Delia Wiggins. Well, she has to keep this shit going and going. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't have time to be targeting people. If I gotta go through all of this, although it may be easy, I do not know, but I just can't keep up. Over and over and over to fuck with someone's life to make all of these damn things. Here it is again, the BTU online, which is the air conditioner or some shit. Here is my dad's name. I did not put his name in at all. Well, you cannot see here what I put in. But it is Donald Douglas. Although there is no Jenkins, you see? Oh, there it is, right here. I am Nicatrice Jenkins again. No, Nicatrice Jenkins keeps coming up. You see? And at first when I found it, it was just Nicatrice Jenkins. And I don't even think it had Delia's name in it. This one doesn't either. But the names keep adding on. As I keep going, the names keep adding on. I don't even know what the fuck that is. But this is supposed to be Timothy. And there's his name, Richardson. Hutchison also comes up. I did not put that there. That is Frankie's last name. You see, so these codes, they mean something, because there's no way all this shit is going to keep coming up. And it says Cope Tiger with a question mark. Work email. And then it says yes. and no. However the fuck that goes. Here's a Bruce. It get close to my Hebrew name. Bruce. Like Barua, Bruce. But Donald Douglas, this one, it kind of blew my mind. Here, the teacher is Richardson and Hutchison. So, did Nicholas Jenkins, who is the teacher, want to teach these two? Yes, I did. Now, Timothy Richardson. Why is he here? When I first met Timothy Richardson, my daughter and Tim both, they know these things. When I first met Timothy Richardson, I did not like him. Why? He was bald-headed. I trust no bald-headed man. I don't give a fuck you're a Muslim or more Hebrew. No, especially if you're a Hebrew with a bald head, then get away from me. Because our law is not to cut our hair. So, he came walking in with a bald head, and his name is Timothy, and then Richardson. I didn't even know about the program at the time, but I knew about these names. Richardson. I did not know about Timothy at the time, but I knew about Richardson. Is this nigga a Ricky Knight? A son of a Ricky Knight coming up in here? And for a long time, I kept my eye on him. And my daughter knows that I did keep my eye on him. But then I saw all these things begin to happen to Tim, And once I found out about the program, I know that if you are a perv, you look as though you are falling, because it is an act, like street theater. So something has to happen to you, to make everything seem, like you are on the up and up. But a lot of things began to happen to Tim, as though he had came into a world of bad luck, or should I say, he had come into a family that was cursed. Now, this had happened before. With my baby girl's little girl dad, it appeared that he had came into a cursed family too. But then all of a sudden, this nigga started to climb, and then I find this bitch has a house in his name and all kind of shit. He wound up, he was a perp. So that made me keep my eyes more so on Tim. And the next thing I know, Tim has relationship with his children. Next thing I know, the judge is taking it away. They blame my daughter. My daughter has nothing to do with him and his children. Although his son used to come to my daughter's house, and my daughter would keep the baby while the baby's mom, who turned out to be a big time perp, and I might find her name somewhere in here. My daughter used to keep her baby while she went to work and school, which is Tim's baby. Actually, Tim kept the baby. I even put Tim and his baby in a montage as Tim was giving his son a bath, Someone took a picture, I got a hold to the picture, montage, So once I saw how Tim's life was going down after he came into our family, I half-assed kept my eye on him. I did not need to keep my eye on him as much, so I thought. And today, they have taken Tim's mom and his dad. Pat is Tim's mom. And also Tim, his dad. They have taken them both only months apart. Both died of cancer. So I say to Tim, you need to be very careful, Tim, because both your parents died of cancer. So when you go to the doctor, and this is for anyone, when you go to the doctor, they ask you questions. Does this happen in your family? That happen in your family? Right? No, 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 no. Although they do already have it in a machine to know it happened, but you say no. No one has high blood pressure. No one has a mental condition. No one has diabetes. No one has bouts of mental forgetfulness or whatever. Every fucking thing is no. Don't tell these motherfuckers anything about your family. If you say your family had cancer, they're going to say you have cancer and you're so gullible to that doctor's yours. Start taking the medicine, and the medicine is going to fuck you up and give you cancer. When these bitches tell me I have cancer, whether lung cancer, chest cancer, ass cancer, foot cancer, eye cancer, it doesn't matter. I'm going to die anyway. A doctor does not like when you say, you don't need your medicine. You know, everyone's going to die anyway. They cannot stand that. I even tell them, even you're going to die. You can possibly die from the same thing you're trying to keep me alive for. And then, what the fuck is there to live for here? With all your enemies fucking with you every fucking day, and there's no one but you to fight the bitches. Now here, they use or below to find your name. Wow. CIA healthcare again. See, I already found these things. There's Frankie D, which should be Frankie G. What is that last name? Or the net, that was in here again somewhere else. Here's Richardson. And now Jacqueline D. Jenkins. See, Jacqueline came as and Hankerson. But this was the first one I found. And there's Sharonda as a Pappion. So she's a Pappion, like a peon. And she comes as a Williams because she is Will I Am's, Illuminati. Now, I find Malcolm X Shabazz, high school, oldfriends.com. I say funny, I just did this and I was telling my daughter about it. I said, this makes me think. Are these writing these programs for me to do the things I do? I don't know. But here's Frank comes first, and then Donald, and then Rachel, then Sharonda, and Rachel Jenkins. Frankie is my mom. Donald is my sperm donor. Rachel is my baby girl. And there's my sister Deborah. Sharonda is my enemy. This time she comes as a Campbell. And this is, I found one like this, but it did not have Malcolm X Shabazz at the top. But it had this. See? Deborah, I call my sister Deborah. And it says Deborah Richardson. ... Timothy. His name is Timothy Richard. We call him Tim, and you would say Robertson because you have robbed Timothy Richardson of his son. His daughters too. But you are a robber, bitch. And a homosexual, ugly motherfucker. Here again is Donald Jenkins. They have him as a Catron. Then Jenkins Miriam. Walker, Lima, and Frank. So here we have Donald and Frank again. And now it could be possible a Donald and a Frank is helping her, or a Frank at that, But I'm going to take this to be Donald and Frankie Jenkins. There's your Hackerson. And it looks like the second. Hackerson the second, but it's Ronald's, then Bettina Hackerson the second with Clarence. Clarence is my granddaddy. My granddaddy Clarence. He's the one that was so tall, like over 7 feet. That's my granddaddy. I also know some Thompsons. And there's a Richardson and a Hutchison. Now, how did Hutchison get in here? Frankie Hutchison. and Donald Jenkins. These are my parents, you see. Here again is the Dilbert and the Gull. And there's Richardson, Delia. So now Delia is coming as, no, it does not have anything in between. So it says Delon Edward. Let me see if I can get you to see this a little better. There it is. This is a long line. What does Deirdre, Dilbert, Nicole, Delon, Edward? I know what Edward means. Now she is to war. And she becomes a Ricky Knight because there's her name right here. Delia, Denise is my sister Sharon's middle name. I'm sure if I would have kept going, I would have found a Sharon, this, Denise, that, and then a something Jenkins. Sharon Denise Jenkins, that is my sister. Stingly Denise. Well, Stingly Denise. So you're going to sting me, bits, and you got stung. You better pay up that damn money. Call yourself Julia. Julia is Delia. That's why there's a question mark. Then she says, I don't remember the name. Whatever. Now we have a Thomas who joins us. Tom is for target of military. A Thurston. The bitch is thirsty. Almost Tina again. And then Tim. Tim. Carpenter. Timi. And then me. I am a FELLR here. But that's my mom, Frankie J. Now we have a Margaret and a Margaret. I don't know who that is, but maybe Tim does. Simpson. Now this got me too. You see? Dora Jenkins. Doesn't say Pandora, but there's still Dora. And Barbara. This is the Bush bitch. They use this also as code for them. It lets you let each of them know what part of the Secret Service she is in. She is the part of the Secret Service that took my Abba away. When they took my Abba away and put him on a plane, no one knows that my Abba went to the White House, and Barbara Bush, she slapped the fuck out of my Abba. No one knows that but me. She slapped the fuck out of my Abba. He could not do anything. What could he do? You have all these men surrounding you. And that's why I put in the montage, you know, your mama had more heart than your daddy bitch ass. Because at the time, George Bush Jr. Sr. is the one that came for my Abba, and George Bush Jr. and his brother both came for me. That lets me know you are a punk. Take two of you to take down one female, but you also needed Delia to help. So in Barbara, you have 3 A's, which is 666. Barbara Bush. And by the way, the Barbie doll is for Barbara Bush. Crowley told his daughter, Barbara, who is Barbie, they call her, she would never have to work in her life. But she would have any type of field she wants to go in, she will be able to do that. And she's like, how, daddy, how? We will make a doll. And Barbie, she works from a doctor even to a McDonald's. She serves you in McDonald's. She does not own it. She serves you. She must just wanted to play around and went into McDonald's or saw McDonald's say, hey, I would like to know how it is to work there. Let's make a Barbie doll that works at McDonald's. And then here we have Martha Jenkins. And Martha is a friend of mine. She died though. That was my bestest friend in the world. I did a video to say that we got into a fight. And my bestest friend in the world is Martha. I forget her last name though. Rest in peace. Yeah, it goes on and on and on, because it is like, excuse me, it is like a syndrome, you know. It is the dragon, you know. This shit just drags on and on and on and on. And even these numbers right here says daily calendar pending hearing, 18 judicial district, you know. So they're piggybacking on the court system. And I did find someone's court in one of the codes. So she's going to piggyback now on some court shit. Well, she'll be having her ass thrown up in court soon. And here we have a Charles. It says Osborne Charles. Charles is dead too. They killed him. Missing is Delia, Timothy, and Richardson. So Timothy Richardson is not in this one, nor is Delia. But there's your Hackerson. Hankerson. I keep calling her Hackerson because she can hack into your head. And a Charles. And one for transcripts and case records. Here is vital records, marriage index as of 12/31/77. So I guess this was December 31st, 1977. And there is a Moorhead, Timothy, a Baldwin. She likes the name from soap operas. There's Richardson. See? Timothy Richardson. You see that? And Hankerson comes in August. I know what Black August is about. To kill us and no one gives a fuck. Here, there are also marriages. They have Richardson, and here, she comes as Amy. You see? Amy Hankerson. And there's a Richardson there. And a day